If you are as interested in Unturned's future as I am, you have probably spent some time on wikis searching for upcoming content. A fandom wiki called Unturned Bunker Wiki has a page which lists such upcoming editions. Now, although the list says nothing on this list is completely guaranteed to actually be implemented, the map I'm about to show you pretty much is. For those who don't know, Nelson also has a blog for his company, Smartly Dressed Games, where he posts updates about Unturned 2, but sometimes also squeezes some infos about Unturned 3.0 in between the lines, and yeah, this new map is exactly one of those infos I got from there. The official statement says that some of the last week of July will be spent preparing the next timed curated map for 3.0, likely Carpat by Battlekot. So I think we can look at this as being pretty much officially confirmed. The release date thereby will probably be sometime around the start of August. But now let's actually look at the map, since this is probably what you are most interested in. Neither in any forum nor on his dev blog is any information published, so I had to do a little digging as well. What I found is a website of Battlekot with a few screenshots and a bunch of text. Now, since I don't speak Putin, I asked Google to help me, and voila! So in this video, I will tell you about all the details of this map and what you should know about its gameplay. Battlekot, the creator of the map, mentions that there are 4 people involved in the process. The Cubic Nubik, Potatoes, Black Lion and obviously Battlekot himself. Now, the map itself is created on the basis of the Carpathians, which is a mountainous region in the southwest of New Russia. Ukraine. The size of the map will be medium, so comparable to Washington, and he also tells us that surviving on Carpat will not be as easy as it is on other maps. Battlekot further explains that he wants to increase the difficulty of the map by cleverly formed points of the appearance of loot at different locations. Now, I am not absolutely sure about how to interpret this translation, looking at Google Translator here, but I guess that this means that military grade gear will be scattered around the map a lot more than it is on other maps, and when I read that, I instantly loved the idea. One big problem which a lot of Unturned maps have is that there's only 1, maybe 2 military hotspots people can go to in order to gear up. So obviously, once you have a decent amount of gear, those are the only places you should be playing at, because at any other place the loot that you will find will simply not be valuable to you. By spreading military loot locations around the map properly, you would not only make the game a lot more interesting for the people who are already in the endgame, because they would have to walk from one military spot to another, but you would also make it a lot more challenging for fresh spawns, because they won't be able to simply walk into the big military hotspot and instantly be geared. And looking at the screenshots, it really looks to me as if Battlekot actually wants to scatter around military gear all over the map. On the other hand, interestingly enough, there will only be 1 airdrop location on the map. This is kind of contrary to how he wants to scatter the loot all over, but I think it's a great idea. Since airdrops are not as easy to get as an assault rifle, which lies in a military compound, putting the airdrop zone in the middle of the map, as he says, will provide some good PvP, while at the same time not making it too easy to get geared. This will be a great spot to get loot, but it will also be difficult, and that difficulty is exactly what I'm missing about the normal military locations we have on Russia, Washington, Pei and so on. Also, its location in the center of the map will pull well-equipped players into the center of the map, instead of pushing them into a corner like almost all other maps do with their layout of military bases. Another feature Battlekot mentioned were new and more dangerous animals which will populate Carpat. Now, we don't have any details about what animals that could be exactly, but asking our friend Google again, it looks like we will be mostly finding bears, wolves and foxes. Since all of those animals are already in the game, the only dangerous one that is left would be the wildcat, because yeah, I just don't believe in killer squirrels, but you know, The internet never fails to amaze me. So, Battlekot, if you're watching this, you even have Easter eggs on your to-do list, so do us all a favor and add a killer squirrel into the game. But hostile animals are simply not enough, as he puts it, so another enemy we will encounter are mutants. We have heard that Nels is having similar ideas for Unturned 2, and I think it's a great idea that Battlekot and his team is bringing this into Unturned before Nelson does. In the end, this means that you will not only find normal bears at Carpat, but yeah, mutation bears, which will make the normal bears look like a friendly companion in comparison. What also comes new with the map is a set of clothes. Clothes have always had relatively much space in Unturned. I mean, yeah, you can literally put an entire shotgun in your pants, and let's be serious. Where do you put this thing? Into this pocket? Not... Oh, fuck, yeah. The new clothes will be a lot smaller than the ones you will find on other maps. He also posted a picture of them as an example. In comparison, this is how much space you have with the character wearing similar clothing on Russia. Last but not least, there is trading. And yes, this sounds amazing. If you remember the good old DayZ mod days in Arma 2, you probably remember places like Story Sobor, not as a PvP zone, but as a place where people come together to trade with NPCs and meet each other. Story Sobor was the center of the map and the center of economy on every server. Something similar will happen in Carpat as well. Simply finding gear and looting will probably not get you all the items you need, Battlekot explains. And although trading was possible on other maps as well, on Carpat there will be a lot more of it. Now, whether or not trading itself is realistic or not is up to one's opinion, but in the end I think it would be a great change. Although it might make the game a little easier because it allows you to simply get a certain item instantly instead of searching for it for hours, I trust in Battlekot balancing this enough so it will not be too easy. Because then it would ruin the entire mentality of making the map harder by scattering loot again, right? Also, I think that it is very important that there should be a lot of high-end items that you simply cannot buy from traders. I suggest that traders would sell guns like Yuris or Cobras, but if you want to get an assault rifle or even a sniper, you would have to find it. The reason for that is simple. If you have a trader that simply sells everything, the game will turn into a grind. People would then just farm scrap metal all day or something other to sell, and then simply buy the weapon from the trader, and this would ruin the entire survival experience again, in my opinion. Now, if you've been watching this entire video just to ask, well, what about our server? Will the Carpat map be on there? First of all, I can't tell you for sure, but I guess it will be very likely. Although the map is not ideal for base building because of its medium size, I think that the gameplay on it will be very good, or a very good change at least, compared to the one on Russia, which is often just too easy. But if you want to keep up to date about the server, you can join my Discord. I'll be posting all news about Unturned in a channel, so you know what will change in the future. And if you've never been on my server, well, it's time to join. I put both the Discord link and the server IP in the description. If you decide to subscribe, also don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you will get a notification when I upload some more infos about the map. Thanks for watching, and until next time.